I'd organized it to be this way, and either direction, and you were, okay, thank you. Thank you, Kiki, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. So I'm talking about my sabbatical. I've got some points that I want to talk about. I'm here in Vietnam, Da Nang, Vietnam. I chose this spot actually thinking it would be the best spot. So I hope it's not too noisy. Anyway, let me not drag this out. I wanted to talk about first how I ended up on sabbatical. I was living in Asia for 6 years, living and working in Asia for 6 years. And the last couple of years, 21, 22, I just wasn't feeling myself. I'm in Vietnam, in Da Nang. And I wasn't feeling myself. And I knew I needed something. And so, but I didn't know what it is that I needed. I knew that I needed to, I don't know, I needed time. That's what I thought in my mind, that I needed time. And so I left Asia. I had another contract to go to, but I had like a month in between starting that new contract. And I then went over to Africa. I was there for 2 years. And even during that time, I didn't know what it was that I needed. I knew I needed something. I knew I needed something I just wasn't feeling myself. And so in that time, I would say kind of the latter part of kind of 2024, I discovered two amazing women, Rashida Dow and Stephanie Perry on YouTube. Fantastic women. They're from America, beautiful, really smart, just wonderful women. And they interview a lot of women regarding adult gap years, sabbaticals, whatever you want to call them. They interview them and also just really talk about how you can have peace and ease in your life. So I was watching them all the time. Watching their replays, and the penny hadn't dropped. It hadn't clicked for me that there was a connection. And so it was maybe coming up to the 2020, beginning of 2024, I realized that actually the dots connect, and actually maybe I could take a sabbatical. I had never taken a sabbatical before, knew what they were, but didn't know whether it was something that I could actually do. And so I took the decision to take 6 months off, trusting myself, trusting the whole process, doing my research, and then I didn't continue. My contract was ending, and I didn't let it roll over as I would normally do. And then I said, no, I'm not going to roll over my contract, and I'm going to just take some time off. I said 6 months because 6 months sounded safe for me. So I took the trust in myself and decided that I would take 6 months off. And that is how I ended up on a sabbatical. I mean, the story's a lot longer. I just didn't want to drag out the story, but that's how I ended up on sabbatical. So my sabbatical started in Thailand. I was originally in Rawai, Nay Han, and I was there for 3 months. So actually my sabbatical is a little bit longer than 1 year, just a little bit, by weeks, not months. And I started in Rawai, in Nay Han. Beautiful, beautiful place. Rawai has apparently got the best beach. It's very small, and it was a really good starting point for me. It was very difficult at the beginning, and I'll talk about that. But that's where I started. And I was coming up to the point where I needed to renew my visa, and I've renewed it first time at the immigration office in Thailand, knowing that I'm going to have to think about whether I want to do a visa run or if I was going to go somewhere else. Never done a visa run before, and ultimately decided after watching Rashida's live. Someone mentioned in her live that they liked Vietnam. I've been here before, Vietnam, and she said that she liked Da Nang, and I googled Da Nang and literally just booked my ticket to Da Nang because the pictures look really nice, and I've been here ever since. So yeah, Thailand and now here in Vietnam, and it's been, taking this time has been the best thing that I could have ever have done with my life. It's just the best thing ever I could have ever done with my life. So my original destinations though were Mexico. I had planned to go to Mexico. Puerto Vallarta was one of my choices, and then I read, because I was going to take my bike with me, I read that there's a lot of cobblestone streets, so I was like, no, that's not going to work. Then I decided with Mazatlan, and then it was just so expensive. I don't know, it was just like the accommodation was really expensive. And it's and I understood at the time when I was researching that it's very touristy. And so I said, you know what, I'll just go to Thailand. I know Thailand, and yeah, I can figure it out from there. So that's how I came to be on sabbatical, and also here in Thailand and now in Da Nang, Vietnam. So yeah, sabbatical. So my challenges that I've had when I was in Thailand, the first, I'd say 6 weeks or so, 6 to 8 weeks was really kind of difficult, because I just kind of had this thing in my mind where I kept thinking I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be on a sabbatical. I should be at work. And that was something that just kept bothering me the whole time for those kind of initial weeks, that I shouldn't be doing this, and it's insane. But I kind of I let that go, and I just eased into my time in Thailand, the start of my sabbatical. And then I came here, and I was just shocked. And it's still noisy, because it's so noisy. Vietnam is a very, very noisy place. And that really kind of shocked me. And still can be a little bit too much at times. But those have been my own challenges, you know, having and being on a sabbatical and taking time to really sit down and be with yourself really kind of brings up other personal things for yourself, but you have the time to kind of work it out and think about it and deal with it. So, but those really have been my main issues. I've been safe, I've been well, I haven't had any major issues. It's been easy to kind of negotiate my way around places. So yeah, it's been fine. No major challenges. Food, perfect. The food hasn't been an issue at all. Fitness hasn't been an issue. Riding my bike hasn't been an issue. It's been wonderful. So in terms of would I choose, if I was to do a sabbatical again, would I choose the noise? Would I choose Thailand and Vietnam again? I would definitely choose Thailand again. Maybe one of the islands. I've been to some of the islands in Thailand, so maybe I would choose one of the islands. I like Koh Lanta because you have to take a boat to Koh Lanta, and you can't get off that island without using that, get on or off that island without using that boat. So I'd probably go there. It's very beautiful. And as for Vietnam, I think what I would have done differently, I probably would have done when I do my visa runs, I just get a single entry. And I think what I probably would have done is I probably would have done a multi-entry visa to go somewhere. And it's not that I couldn't, I didn't need to. I pretty much traveled to most of Asia. But if I wanted to go and somewhere else on the plane, even a long haul maybe, I could have just done that and come back in with no kind of issues. So I think that would be the only things that I would change. Vietnam is really nice. Since I've been here, I have visited Quy Nhon, Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, and Hue. So I've been to a few places and it's been really, really nice. Hello, Nomad Tribe. Koh Lanta is freaking awesome. Would you do more popular cities? Absolutely, absolutely. So yes, I would absolutely choose Thailand. My destinations that I've been to, I would absolutely choose them again for my sabbatical. I'm definitely going to share that with you, Kiki. Definitely. Most memorable moments. So my most memorable moment, as I've said, I mentioned Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow. And they do an Exodus Summit. They do huge events. The two American ladies, absolutely. I just love those two women. And I had the pleasure, they came to Vietnam and they were in Hoi An with 200 other Black American women. And hey, Synovia. And hi. I had when I knew that they were in Hoi An, which is about 30 minutes up the road, I asked if I could come up and meet them, and they were okay with that, and I was able to go and meet them. It was just, that's been one of the most memorable moments of my journey. Nothing can top that. Meeting the two women that I've been watching and that I was so inspired and took the confidence and strength to go on a sabbatical. Nothing can top that. So that has to be my most memorable time on this, my health sabbatical, that's what I call it. What's my next move, Kiki? So my next move, at the end of this month, I'm leaving. I am leaving Vietnam. I'm not gonna say where I'm going. I'm not gonna say where I'm going. I'm gonna, if you're following me, I want you to follow me. But I will say that the first leg of my trip, I'll say two things. The first leg of my trip, I am going to England. I'll be there for a couple of days, couple of days, just to grab some stuff, and then I will be coming back over to Asia, but not Vietnam. So that is going to be my next move. I will be coming back to Asia, but you have to follow me to find out where I will be and what I will be doing. I'm re-entering society. I'm re-entering society. I also wrote down, would I do another sabbatical? Sabbaticals, gap year, whatever I choose to call it, or whatever people call them, absolutely. It's now going to be a feature in my life. I'm not going to work more than 2 years. If I'm going to go back to work, I'm not going to work, even if I'm working for myself, I'm going to take time and have a sabbatical. I think for me, it's important. I know that now. I also know that I'm not going to be as flexible as I have been. This man is on a very big bike. There's lots of bikes here, lots of noise. I'm not going to be as flexible, but I'm not saying that I'm going to be unreasonable. I'm just not going to be so giving of myself. I'm definitely not going to do that. The sabbaticals are definitely now a feature in my life, and I'm super excited about that. Things I didn't like about Thailand and Da Nang. To be honest, I'm so grateful absolutely has changed my life. I'm gonna get there, Sanavia. The things I didn't like, I'm super grateful for that I can do this. That's the first thing. My gratitude is massive, 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 massive. So I'm really, really grateful that I'm in a position that I could say, right, I'm going to take 6 months, which actually rolled into 1 year, just over 1 year. That's the first thing. So I don't want to complain really about things. And to be honest, there's probably not that much to complain about. The noise has been challenging at times, but I find my own little corner and my own little places to go when I want to get away from any noise. I am addicted to the beach. I'm at the beach every single day. Every single day. I'm at the beach every day. So yeah, I don't really have anything negative to say about my journey, about my experience. I'm just really grateful. Of course, there are little things. Nothing is perfect. So there's little things. But to be honest, you know, little things that I don't even need to even talk about them. They're not even significant. I've dealt with them and moved on. So yeah, but has it changed my life? It's improved me. That's the one thing that I will say. My sabbatical, my time has improved me, especially when it comes to how I work with other people, my time that I give to other people, the time I give to myself, caring for myself, really caring for myself. That has certainly changed significantly. I've always cared about myself. However, you know, I think I can say that so many of us, when we go to work or when we're doing something for other people, we're giving everything. Like, we're giving absolutely everything. So yeah, you know, it has been a life changer and a lifesaver. And I'm really, really, really grateful. So yeah, so I just wanted to kind of share my experience here. 1 year of just looking after myself, doing the things that I enjoy, peace and ease. I never really got to sleep in. It's not really not really my thing, sleeping in. I'm always on the go. I'm always doing something. But in terms of also what's next for my fitness and sports thing, so this coming weekend, I've got another marathon event here in Da Nang, which is exciting. And I have a duathlon coming up in October, taking you with, guys, you're coming with me. So I have a duathlon, my first duathlon, which is run by Gran. That's in another country. So we'll be doing that in October. I'm already starting the training. And then I will be doing my 21K in another country. And that is in November. So I still have 3 sporting events that I need to do, that I'm going to be doing. It's all booked, everything's sorted. I just need to book the accommodation for the duathlon because it's on an island. Never been to this island, not too far from Singapore, so I have to take the boat from Singapore to this island. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you, Kiki. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to put you as, 1 second. Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of start. Thank you, Sonovia. I'm just going to start winding down. I'm getting this coming week, I've got so many things to do. I'm still been having physiotherapy 3 times a week, and it's wonderful. I'm going to take my physio with me. She's really good. And yeah, just winding down on stuff, packing, getting rid of things that I don't need. I didn't really have lots of things, more kind of like things clothes I've absolutely worn to death. And yeah, just taking care of myself along the way. You know, getting my bike, as I think I was just saying that, getting my bike ready to be stripped down, clean, stripped down, packed, goes in its own bag. So, you know, we all can go. So I and my bike and my stuff can just move over to the next country. But that is pretty much what is happening. And I just wanted to share that. I mean, I'm not going to do lives on a regular basis. I think I'm going to do them when there is a special occasion. Yeah, it is Synovia. 1 second. It definitely is. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful, and you know, this has worked for me. Other people will find peace and ease in other things, that in different ways, in other countries, places, wherever, they'll find their peace and ease in their own way. And I just found it in this way, and it worked for me. And I just wanted to share that. So yes, that is really what I wanted to say, and what I wanted to share. Just that I'm safe. I've kept myself safe. I'm well. I've maintained my health and my wellness since I've been here, and even just in general, living abroad, keeping up with my checkups and making sure that I'm safe and well. I'm completely on top of that. So yeah, that has been my journey, my adult gap year, my health sabbatical, and yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. My first live, starting in the wrong angle. If you've got any questions, please feel free. I've got a coconut water here. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you. It's the sun and the beach, and lots of coconut water and watermelon. Okay. Oh, thank you, Synovia. Thank you. Well, there's lots more. You know, when I first went to Asia, and I was living in China, I wasn't specific. When I was living in working in China, and so I lived in Shanghai first, and I then was living in another province, which is a couple of hours away. Loved that city. It was like almost brand new. Everything was brand new. Had a beautiful apartment. It was fine. I enjoyed my life and my lifestyle there. And I had planned to vlog when I moved there, and I didn't. I don't know why. But I want to. My vlogs, my intention is to just vlog about things that I do, that I'm doing anyway, that I enjoy. So my travels, my vegan lifestyle, food and stuff. So it will be very much about me and what I do. And I hope, I hope that, any information I'm kind of sharing, that, if somebody then travels abroad, travels to any of these places, they can utilize them, or they can remember certain things. So yeah, it's been a great adventure, and I appreciate you guys being with me on it. So feel free, because if there's no questions, I'm going. Because I've answered all the things that all my little points. I've answered all the points that I wanted to mention. How do I make decisions about where I'm going to go to next? Well, what I will say, so one of the things that happened when I was in Thailand, and because I had this thing where I was like, no, I should be working. What am I doing? This is ridiculous. I shouldn't be honest. Like, what am I doing? Sabbatical. One of the things that was happening was, and Stephanie said that this happened to her, was I was being headhunted. And so these companies in my field of work, they were reaching out to me about positions. I did, of course, when you're headhunted, you're not applying for a position. And that kind of gave me a little bit of comfort to, once I finish this journey, that I don't have to worry about where I'm going to next, or I don't have to worry about working if I want to go back and work, because there's going to be companies that will come to me. And in terms of where I want to live and work, I'm not going to be very flexible about the places that I go to, where I'm going to live. The weather is important to me. It's determined about, it's to do with like the weather, the food, safety, all of those things I take into consideration. As I did say, I've been to pretty much most of Asia already. I like Asia. I had opportunity to go to the Bahamas. It was one apple cost $10. One apple that they import cost $10. So that was not going to work. So yeah, so there's certain things that I consider, the things I've mentioned, and other things which are the deciding factor to whether I'm going to go there and live there and visit. Not so much visit, live and work. In terms of visiting, there's a few more places in Asia I haven't been to. Hello, Amanda. Hi. There's a few more places in Asia, literally a few. There's probably about 3 places I've not been to in Asia. Yeah, and we're going to one of them. I'm taking you. We're going together, all of us. And we're going in August. No. We're going in September. Anyway, we're going. I'm taking you all with me. So, and I'm really looking forward to going to this one country. So yeah, when it comes to traveling to certain places, if I haven't been, then I want to go. I don't tend to, I only kind of research when it comes to like food, and if the country's safe, I don't generally go to a country based on other people's kind of views, because everybody has their different feelings and viewpoints about the country that they're visiting. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. What field of study are you in? Synovia, I will message you. I'm not saying, the reason why I'm not saying, just in case I go back and work in that field, but it's in the education field. I will say that, but I'm not a teacher. But I will say that. I'm also, my goodness, didn't mention, I'm still doing my MA. I'm at module 4, which is my last module. I've been doing my MA the entire time I've been on this sabbatical. And yeah, I'm on module 4. So I had some research to do for module 3, which I was able to use my last company for research, which was wonderful. So back in Tanzania. So I'm at the last leg, which is just huge. It's huge. There's a lot of work, so much work. Oh my God. So yeah, but I'm gonna get through it, just like everything else, because the time is gonna go by regardless, right? And I've been doing okay. I get to, I'm studying with a university in Buckingham, University of Buckingham, which is in England. And so I'm able to communicate with my my supervisor regularly. I just sent him my introduction, and he was able to give me some feedback, so I know that I'm on the right track. There's things I need to change, so I know I'm on the right track. So it's been great. I'm just so grateful that I could take this time to really do me. Really, I heard someone use the term pour into themselves, and I'm so grateful that I could do this. And then, a week and some change away, I'll be entering society again, re-entering society. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It didn't start off easy. because I didn't feel that I should be doing this. Oops, flying. I didn't feel that I should have been doing this, but it worked out. It worked out in the end. So yeah. Anybody have any questions before we go? I don't know when I'll do another live again. Definitely when something wonderful happens. I think this is wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. I think I didn't know. I think, not even think. I don't think I did. I didn't pour into myself. That's what I want to say. As much as I've always cared for myself, I know I didn't really like pour into me and stop. I just let people, like all of us, right? We let people take more than we give to ourselves. And when people are taking, not in a bad way, but when people are taking from us, our jobs, our families, everyone just wants a piece of us. We don't stop to kind of, have a moment for ourselves. So yeah, I'm glad and proud of myself as well, that I trusted myself to have this experience. It's been the best thing that I could have ever done in my life. What made you take this journey? As I was saying, Amanda, I was living in Asia and wasn't feeling so great. Left Asia, then went to Africa. Still wasn't feeling so great, and I knew I needed something. And taking time off was the something that I needed. Yeah, taking time off. I stop and listen a lot more. I just stop, right? I just stop. Hi, a brother of a certain age, hello. I'm patient with myself a lot more, and it's taken me to take time off, to pour into myself and to care about really care about myself. And I'm glad I did, because I can't even imagine what I would have been like or feeling if I didn't. So yeah. Sorry, yeah, I'm just grateful. Thank you for taking time out of your morning, this morning, because it's evening here now, to support me and your comments. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I will not take up too much of your time, and I will see you in my next vlog, and I'll see you when I leave. I can't believe it. I'm leaving soon. One more marathon at the weekend. Which will be beautiful. It's been fun. I've been loving doing these marathon events. And then goodbye Vietnam, which has been really good to me. People here are fantastic. Anyway, thank you everybody. I hope I can disconnect from this. Thank you everybody, and have a great morning. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.